Yo, what is up, people? It is your boy Sneebles right here. We're back again for another episode on the Foot Champions. It's the last one of this weekend. So finishing off with, I think, 11 games in this one. Um, it did finish well, for me personally anyways. But in the first game, obviously a standard gold team, as you expect in Foot Champions sometimes. But we do hit the post in the first chance with Pjanic there. Should be probably 1-0, but we do scored the rebound with Raja 9 golden, so that's a good start to this episode, going 1-0 up there. And then we do have a chance. Somehow I didn't score that. I don't know how I didn't make it 2-0. Have absolutely no clue. Even there, to be honest, should have made it 2-0. But he does get a kind of a luckish goal with, I think that was Jamie Vardy. Here's Jamie Vardy. Yeah, it was. And at the end of the day, it's a pretty good goal, but it does disconnect. And we both actually don't get the win, because he did actually message me and ask me if I actually got the win. I didn't get the win, and he said he didn't get the win either. So obviously both ends, I guess, both had a bad connection. But it happens actually again in this game against a whole French side here, except obviously mainly the back three. But I do take the lead through Quadrado. That gives me the 1-0 win, the 1-0 lead. But it does give me the win, this does. I don't know whether he backed out or his connection went, but to have it 2 games in a row was quite interesting. I thought, oh, it's probably going to happen during the whole video. I didn't know whether it was going to, and I'm glad it didn't. So, but on to the next game. We do go 1-0 down in the first few minutes, and then we go 2-0 down as well. Pretty good goal. I wouldn't take anything away from a goal like that. Even though I was closing down, but I do pull it back to 2-1 though, and yeah, I'm happy with that, to be honest, to come back for 2-1. But it wasn't enough though to help me get the win, and deservedly he won, to be honest. So he got the win, and that was it, and that still left me with 17 wins. Still looking for that 18th win, obviously, and yeah, we come up against a gold team here, who, you know, pretty decent side. Again, another gold team, you know, worrying at times. You never know whether, you know, you're going to win it, so to say. But it was an easy game, this was. We do take an early lead in 2 minutes gone with Quadrado there. Pretty simple finish, shouldn't really be going through. But then we have another chance again with Pjanic that should probably be going in. And then I think this was 2-0 with, I think that's Dybala, that is. But we do make it 2-0, and he does actually quit as well. Which makes, well, let's just put it this way, it makes things easier. I don't mind it. I mean, I'd like to play the whole game, of course, but I'm not too bothered. You know, if he quits, he quits. You know, if you quit, and that's just it at the end of the day. You know, you can't do anything about it. So yeah, I'm, you know, pretty happy with that, to be honest. To get to the 18 wins as well, so then that is goal free. So then we come up against a very good side here with squad builder Lacazette, Martial obviously, and his Dembele and Pogba. 3 good one-to-watch cards there with Kante as well. A very decent side. He does take the lead. I remember this game quite well as well, actually. It's quite a funny game. But like I say, he takes the lead. But then I do equalise with Varane, I think that was, or 9 golden. Yeah, 9 golden. So that was 1-1. And then we had a chance here to make it 2-1. Just wasn't to be at that chance. But then we do make it 2-1 here. Pretty lucky goal in some ways. It shouldn't probably be going to the back post that easily. But it does, a nice little dink in, and Quadrado makes it 200 before half time. Then the second half comes, good work here with Dybala and Mark Overmars. Again, Overmars, top player for me this weekend, got a few goals and was just on top form, to be honest. But he does nearly make it 3-2 there with a shot against the post, but then we do make it 4-1 here. No, we don't. Oh, sorry, we actually hit the post with 4-1 there. I think we should have probably scored, but we didn't. But we do get a red card here as well. My first one of this weekend league, I think, with David Alaba getting sent off. It was my fault. I don't know why I just tackled. But we do make it 4-1 here, should I say. Again, I don't know what you guys would do. I think most of you guys would probably lob, but I thought I'd roll it, and so I did. And yeah, it got to my player, Dybala, I think that was again. And there you go, it's 4-1. So you think the game's practically over. Well, it practically is. But we do have a penalty chance here with Blanc to make it 5-1, but he saves it. So I'm not too bothered, to be honest, because obviously I still got the win. Pretty even, really, to be honest, on the stats. But I managed to come out on top and to win the game 4-1 and to get me my 19th win. So yeah, moving on to the next game, we do once again have squad builder Lacazette with Marty on the left and Forven, and that's how you say it, on the right. A red Marquinhos in the centre back with squad builder Kazar on the left. So Kante in the middle, Matuidi, Butler in goal, Smalling, Walker. Yeah, pretty decent side. I wouldn't take anything away from the side like this. But we do take an early lead with Miralem Pjanic again with another side-footed goal right in the corner. And then we do, I think, go 2.5 here. Yeah, we do. With Veron, I think that was. I always get mixed up with Veron and 9 Go for some reason. They do look quite similar at times. Obviously, Veron's more darker, but either way, Kazawa does give him a goal though to make it 2-1. But we do a good 1-2 here between Pjanic and Dybala to then make it 3-1, and a great finish actually from Pjanic. To be honest, a great thumping effort into the goal. And yeah, and then he gets his Forvin sent off as well to finish off the game with his second bookable offence. And he actually quits as well after he gets that sending off about literally 5 minutes after. And yeah, it gives me the win to make it 20 wins. And yeah, I'm going quite well here. The game is quite even, as you could just see there. But yeah, on to 20 wins. Need that one more win to move into goal 2. And obviously this team was in the way to get it with Player of the Month Harry Kane and Player of the Month Dele Alli, with Man of Match Salah, Inform Mertens I think that is, and Insigne as well. So again, a pretty decent side, but with this chance he was actually not controlling his team as well. There's a few chances he won't actually control his team, but he did go 1-0 up. Unfortunate, to be honest. I thought I was defending well. As you can see here, he gets it through, I think quite luckily, in the middle. You know, again, my defenders should be there. And right there, I tried clearing the ball, tried rolling it out, but somehow he got a tackle. I don't really get it. I pressed the button and it wouldn't let me do anything. So then it has to be a comeback for me, has to try to anyways, and I do with the 2-1 there, with Dybala heading it in. And then we do have another chance again that could have went in with Dybala, but then we do make it 2-2. I think that was with Dybala again to make it 2-2. And yeah, things are going quite well. Thinking that we're coming back in this. He does hit the bar, and it went to extra time, but nothing really happened in that. So it went to penalties to decide on who wins this. And yeah, the penalties again, it's not my favourite. I think he actually won these penalties. But just penalties to me is just, I don't know, I can't stand penalties. I wouldn't say I can't take them. I wouldn't say I can't save them. You know, I don't like them. The closest I put it is nerve-wracking at times. To know that it's 50-50. Whoever wins at the end of the day. And obviously I lost that one, but you can't. Yeah, again, it's just 50-50. You just have to try your best and see if you can win it. So that lost the game. So still looking for that 21st win, I think it is. But with a decent side coming up next, squad builder Willian, Benzema, Martial, Kante, Inform, Ben Yedder, who I've heard is quite a decent card actually. Fernando, that looks like Fernandinho, Shaw, Zuma, Smalling, Walker, and Begovic, who, again, Begovic is another player that's OP on this game. This game was actually a pretty easy game, but in the end, he actually had more chances than me. With a chance like that, I should be scoring. And then a great goal here from 9 Golan to actually give me the lead. But if you actually check the stats, I think it was actually this game. Was it this game? And yeah. If you look at the stats there, it's quite actually even. We both had 4 shots. I had 1 on target more than him. My possession was much better. But to be honest, he was a good player, but he weren't a great passer. Every time he was rushing it out. And a lot of time I was just getting the ball. He was just quickly passing it, and it just weren't really working for him. So yeah, that got me the win. So then that moved me on to 21 wins. So I'm feeling good. I've got gold 2. There's no chance of getting gold 1, I don't think, which is 25 wins. I think I only had about 3 games left, so I couldn't get it anyways. But this game was probably one of the most frustrating games I've actually ever played. Well, let's just say this weekend at least. I don't know about ever. I can't remember every game that I played, but this was a very frustrating game. I did take the lead, as you see, and then obviously Kane brought it back to 1-1. I did have a chance here to make it 2-1. Probably should be going in, and again, another chance in goal. Again, probably should be going in. I had a lot of chances to score, even with this chance as well. Keep it a bit down, that's probably in. and then he went and scored his chance to make it 2-1. So a bit of a lucky goal in some ways, but I just fell down in extra time. It went to, I fell down. As you can see, I conceded three quick goals. A goal like this shouldn't be really going in, but it does, and I just can't do anything about that. So I don't really know what else to say to that, other than we move on to the next game, playing them up Dele Alli again, which I've seen quite a lot in this weekend league. One to watch Mane, I see quite a lot as well. Martial, obviously a typical one, and obviously Inform Lukaku, yeah, well, both the same anyway. But we do have an early chance here. That probably should be a goal there, to be honest. And then another chance again. This game was, well, should have been mine, to be honest. He does have a lucky chance here that hits the bar, but I felt like I played a better game. I actually remember this game quite a lot. He did have, like I said, he had a few chances like that. But I did actually win these penalties. This was actually quite an interesting penalty. I think it was like 8 or 9 penalties each scored. He had simple penalties like that. His penalties were awful. But I missed a couple of penalties like that. But I did come back in it. So to miss my first 2 penalties was quite interesting to know that, obviously, you know, I don't know, just to come back like that is not easy. To be honest, you'd think obviously it's game over, but obviously you just got to keep going. If you don't keep going, then obviously you'll never know whether you do win anything, even if you're just in a normal game. So with this game, I managed to obviously win on penalties. I did save obviously another penalty there, but I saved the next one, which I had to save because if he scored, he would have won. So then that meant David Alaba had to score for me, and he did, and that got me the win on penalties. So if I win on penalties, I win on penalties. I mean, I didn't deserve it, as you can see there, but I don't really like to do that. You know, I don't think it's unfair. I think it's unfair on everyone. I mean, penalties is penalties the way it is, but wish there wasn't really penalties. But anyway, I got the win, so we moved on to 22 wins. The next game we had, well, the next and last game, we had George Weah up top. Again, another player considering buying instead of having Dybala up there, but decent player. Player of the month for Hazard as well as Dele Alli and normal Pogba, Inform Arnautovic. A very decent side to play on my last game, to be honest. He got a lucky lead, to be honest. I don't know about you guys, but to me that's just a lucky lead. Should be probably saving it off the line. But I do equalise with Dybala there, right into the corner. And then we do take the lead with Varane, who heads it down into the goal. Don't really score many headers, to be fair, but Varane got quite a few goals actually in this weekend league, to be fair. Probably should have scored this chance. Not exactly the shot itself, but the one just before, as in, should have really got it with Pjanic. It does go 2-2 though, with a lucky goal from Weah, near post shot. I could have brought it to 3-2 there, and another chance where I could have brought it to 3-2. And then the winner came along just after this, with Eden Hazard. Again, I won't take anything away from that. It's a pretty decent goal, and that ends the whole 40 games that I played. So I was happy with it, but at the same time, if I just weren't getting those defeats like them, you know, if I weren't getting that, if I was getting that a little bit more lucky, I might have won games, might have won more. If I ever will get to elite, I don't know. I'm playing the best I can, so I don't know what else I can do other than just play the best that I can. So, but that ends the 40 games. Hope you enjoyed anyways. Leave a like if you did, and obviously subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. But just one thing to say actually, if you're interested in that giveaway still, then obviously help me get 100 subscribers, would be much appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Peace.